It's another edition of Litter Media Live, the daily show for this March 25th of 2025. I'm Dan Ramey, he's Mike Smith, and off to our left, who is not on camera today because for some reason the camera is showing him upside down, is Mr. Hand 2, a.k.a. Aaron Glandon.
And we're not feeling blue, but we're wearing blue today.
Yeah. I'm wearing the original blue. Mm-hmm. You're wearing, I've got another shirt just like that one.
Is that right?
But this is the early edition, the original. It's like 8 years old almost.
And you have never
but
washed it.
But looks great.
And you've never washed it. It's amazing.
That's how it keeps its nice form.
He just stands it up in the corner when he takes it off. Yeah.
I just kind of climb into it, put my head up. Welcome to the program. Coming up in a moment, we'll get you caught up to date with the forecast, the news, look at sports, this date in history. We don't have Mayor Luke Feeney with us, but if you want to hear what he had to say earlier today, you can go back and find that on our YouTube channel as well as here in our Facebook feed. But don't do it yet. Wait until our show's over. We've got things to share with you, starting with our forecast.
A little cloudy today, at least, with a high of 52. Partly sunny, although cooler tomorrow with a high of 49. Thursday, warming back up into the 50s with some partly sunny skies, but it looks like now they're saying rain Friday and each day through next Wednesday. And the grass is turning green.
It is.
I fired up the mower yesterday just to make sure it will run, and I predicted to my wife probably sometime next week I'll be mowing the yard. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's that time of year, folks.
I'm surprised that you don't make her do it. I mean, you make her hang all the Christmas lights and all that kind of stuff.
She's never, ever mowed the yard.
You make her use the grill and everything, too.
Yes.
So
I do all the yard work.
Many years ago, I said, Mike, we're taking your man card away from you because you don't use your
Well, I found
grill.
out the other day that I'm not the only one, and there's an associate pastor at our church. I won't throw him under the bus. We have more than one that I heard when his wife is gone, he's just totally helpless.
Is that right?
So I won't mention it's Eric Alsop.
That's the one I had running through my head.
That's him.
I wondered if that was the case. So,
I asked him about it. He said, yeah, I'm not real comfortable with cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
so
you know,
say, this is where you eat out all the time, right?
Last time I did that, I singed my eyebrows. You know, I can see that being an excuse of some sort. All right, coming up, news of the day just around the corner. But first, let's tell you about Haynes Total Health Care Center. One health drive here in Chillicothe. For 50-plus years now, they have been taking care of the chiropractic needs of our community. That includes physical therapy, too, and nutrition. You want to find out more about what they do, simply click on this ad that you're looking at right now. If you're listening on Litter Media Radio, it is HaynesHealth.com. That's their website. But if you click on the visual here, it'll take you right to their website to learn more. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Mike was talking about getting his mower ready to go. Well, if you see that you start it up and it blows up, you need something to replace that. And right now, Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe, has its spring sales event underway. New riding tractors, which is what you have, right? A riding tractor. $1699.99 is where they start. I have a zero turn. I'll never go back to a lawn tractor. The zero turn is the way to go. Those mowers starting at $3399.99. New walk behinds. If you've got a small yard, you can use that push mower. $399.99. New chainsaws. If you really have to, like that tree behind me, you got to cut that down, you need a chainsaw. Starting at $279.99. New blowers starting at $199.99. New trimmers starting at $229.99. Hurry in for the best selection. At these prices, they won't last. Make sure you get to Hometown Motors, your store for the outdoors. Time now to take a look. If you go to our website, littermedia.com, you'll see some of the stories we're talking about. You want to follow us on our social media, all that information is up in the right-hand corner. We shared some of what we're going to talk about yesterday on our Facebook page and Litter Media X. And if you want to find that, say you missed it, it's all up here in the right-hand corner. Meet Tecumseh for the 2025 season. He is Colin Swackhammer. And the outdoor drama begins its run June 12th, runs through the 31st of this year. Swackhammer is a local guy, a native to Chillicothe. He's been part of the cast since the 2019 season. And that season, he rode the horse through the pond to open up the show. Of course, they had COVID, so they lost a year, but he has been a part of the cast over the years. So he is familiar with Tecumseh, and now he's going to really get to know Tecumseh in a great way. Mm-hmm. Congratulations to Colin Swackhammer, and looking forward to the show. We'll probably have him on. Since he's local, he might just drive in and sit down with us.
That'd be all right.
That'd be nice.
Get him off the mountain and come in here. Mm-hmm. Sad note to pass along to you, the Pickaway County Agricultural Society announcing the heartbreaking loss of Hunter Myers, who was involved in a harness racing crash at the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows in Washington, Pennsylvania last week. Pickaway County had served as Hunter's home racetrack growing up. He's celebrated as a top 10 racer in North America, and certainly our prayers for his family and friends.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and Ohio Department of Education and Workforce recently recognized Washington Courthouse's Cherry Hill Primary School and Belle Aire Intermediate School for exemplary work in raising literacy achievement among their students. Out of over 3,000 schools in Ohio, only 47 across the state were selected for this honor, ranking Cherry Hill and Belle Aire in the top 1% of schools demonstrating strong implementation of evidence-based instructional practices aligned to the science of reading and where students are making significant progress. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. U.S. Army Jazz Ambassadors will be at Ohio Christian University Saturday, April 5th for a free concert at 7 p.m. You can reserve seats now at this website, purplepass.com/jazzambassador.
I don't think they'll be adding watermelon crawl to the 4-H night activities in Pike County, but the Pike County Fairgrounds announcing their 2025 entertainment for this year's fair. It's usually on Monday nights, and here it is, Monday, July 28th. And Tracy Bird, along with Josh Ross, will be going in an incredible mixture of old school country favorites like Watermelon Crawl and new country hits like Single Again. They're also having the Pike County favorite Julia Neville back again to open up the show. They usually open the entertainment on Monday night of the year. Like we said here, it's July 28th. But they also have their 4-H recognition, their pie auction. They have the crowning of Miss and King. So they got the King and Queen, all that's taken care of. Then the parade of the 4-H clubs, and then they crank up the country music. So it's a full night on Monday, July 28th at the Pike County Fairgrounds.
Join the Nathaniel Massey Daughters of the American Revolution and the Ross County Commissioners on April the 18th at 7 p.m. to commemorate Paul Revere's ride. It was the evening of April 18th, 1775, that allies of Paul Revere climbed Old North Church's steeple and held 2 lanterns as a signal that British forces were marching to Lexington and Concord by sea across the Charles River.
sat down and visited with Teresa Reap about this event. And she said there's other events going on across America, but they wanted to do something here in Ross County. So happy to see that. And, you know, if you think about it, we celebrate in 2026 the 250th anniversary of the birth of America. So all of these historic things that we have experienced and learned about in school, I don't know if they still teach them or not, but the things that we learned when we were in school, we're coming up on the centennial, or it would be the 250th. Yeah. What is that? The
sesquicentennial?
Sesquicentennial is 150. Then you get the bicentennial. And
bicentennial.
I at one point in time knew what it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll look it up during the break. But so all this stuff that we, like the crossing of the Delaware and all that stuff that happened before 1776, we're starting to mark the 250th anniversary of those things. So it's a unique moment in our country's history. The Ohio Rail Development Commission has approved a $150,000 grant to Serba Solutions to install a new rail spur at its Lancaster, Ohio facility. The new spur will help facilitate the delivery of bulk raw materials to the site. Serba Solutions is a battery recycling company operating 5 facilities across the U.S. The company processes lithium, lithium-ion, and alkaline batteries and has capabilities across its U.S. footprint to shred and recycle approximately 15 million pounds of batteries per year. Serba Solutions previously invested approximately $250 million to expand the facility in Lancaster.
Staying in Lancaster, the Lancaster Festival has just announced a change in policy concerning beverages being brought onto their concert grounds at Ohio University Lancaster during the festival. No beverages of any kind, including water, will be permitted through the venue gates. This is a liability insurance issue for the festival committee, so they really didn't have a whole lot of choice. Now, beverages will be sold on the concert grounds. Exceptions to the new rule will only be for people with certain medical conditions, such as if you need to bring baby formula in for your child.
There'll be a lot of 35-year-olds saying, it's baby formula.
Honest, it really is.
The Ohio History Connection invites you to the groundbreaking ceremony of the new Ohio River Museum. That's coming up on Friday, April 11th at 10 a.m. in Marietta. Of course, they're not opening it. They're just breaking the ground for it. And if you want to participate, RSVP by April 1st, if you'd like to attend. I'm going to try and get out to this because you ever been to Marietta?
Long, probably 1981, 82.
My wife and I spent the night there. Chillicothe was playing Marietta on a Saturday night, and we spent the night at the Hotel Lafayette, which is an 1800s era hotel. And it was fantastic. And then we woke up and kind of walked around a little bit in Marietta, visited with the river for a little bit because it was right off our balcony. Right. You know, so beautiful city and one of the gateways to the Great Northwest Territory.
Road report today. Work is set to begin on April the 1st for a bridge replacement project on State Route 207 in Ross County between Rincliffe Lane and Stone Road. Work will occur daily for construction. 207 will be closed for the duration of the project, and traffic will be detoured via State Route 138 to US 35 to State Route 104, and the completion date for this is spring of this year, so a fairly quick turnaround.
Our researcher didn't jump into this and tell me this is the answer, probably because he heard me say, I'll look it up during the break. It is the semi-quincentennial.
Oh,
250 years.
Gotcha.
So just wanted to pass that along. All right. Up ahead, we'll take a look at sports. But first, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Your trusted comfort advisor. You see them on, this is their main location in Chillicothe. You're driving up Route 23 just north of town. You'll see their facility there. However, they've got 8 offices across southern Ohio, and they service a wide territory. If you've got a problem with your heating, cooling, or plumbing, give Accurate a call. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you to AccurateHVAC.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. Scioto Valley Dumpsters is available for you and your use, whether it be at your home or at your business. Give them a call to find out how soon you can get a dumpster. You can have that for a shorter term, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe a year. You find all those details out when you call 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Time for sports, and all Ohio girls locally mentioned in the list.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of the swan song for the basketball season. The girls are being announced this week, the guys later, but the All-Ohio girls basketball for Divisions 4 through 7 has been named by the Ohio Press Sports Media Association. Locally, highlights include Fairfield Union's Keith Barr. Now, this was his first year of coaching. He is a coach of the year for his division. Portsmouth's Amy Hughes, who won a state championship, she was coach of the year in Division 5. Christian Thompson of Fairfield Union, along with Huntington's Allie Baker and Portsmouth's Sienna Allen, are all first-team selections. Circleville's Addison Edgington is second team, and there's a slew of other area girls from our coverage area that are listed. The Divisions 1 and 3 teams will be released sometime early this afternoon. You can find all of this on our website at littermedia.com. Also, something we just posted before going on the air, the First National Bank Baseball Classic schedule at VA Memorial Stadium, which starts this Saturday and runs through the following week. That complete schedule can be found in our website story.
Cleveland Cavaliers are back into action tonight. After they broke their 3-game losing streak, they got back on the winning streak. Well,
Actually,
if they win tonight. Was it 4?
I think, yeah.
Okay. If they win tonight, they've got a streak going again. But they'll be in Portland to take on the Trailblazers tonight. High school softball continues at a number of schools in action yesterday.
This might have been a little bit of a surprise. McLean opened up with a 10-9 win over Unioto. Eastern Brown beat Zane Trace. Notre Dame, which is small division, really put it on Circleville, 12-2. Piketon, they are off to a tremendous start. 17-4 over West.
I think they're averaging like 16 runs a game.
Oh, yeah, I think they had 20-some in the doubleheader win in each of those games. Vinton County, Southeastern, Jackson, Liberty Union, the defending state champions, they walloped Newark 24-0. Northwest, Lynchburg, Clay, Sims Valley, Chesapeake, Hamilton Township, Waterford, who probably has half their team there since they just won the state basketball championship the week before. South Point over Valley, and Belpre beat Alexander. There's more softball on tap tonight. There was a game that some people, I think I had one person texted, you forgot Waverly Adena. That game was moved to today. So that should be on the scoreboard page later tonight.
One of my Sunday school students is a team member of the Piketon JV, and Waverly was having a similar issue, not having enough players, right. So they had to move a game there too. She was disappointed because she's like, our season's supposed to start Tuesday, but we can't. Yeah. And that's something that happens in spring sports. Plus the fact that if it rains, you couldn't play anyway. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, they were down. They came back and tied it up 3-3, and then they win it in overtime and a little single shootout, boom.
Mm-hmm.
And 4-3 the win. Congratulations. I need to correct. I said that this was probably being played in Columbus yesterday. It was actually in New York. I flipped the TV over and I saw that they were on the Islanders' home ice, and I'm like, well, I was wrong. I'll have to mention that tomorrow. Make the correction.
Long Island, yes.
Yes.
That's why they call them the Islanders.
Well, and I thought to myself, well, they were just there. That's why I was surprised they were playing kind of back-to-back in that regard. This date in history has a little bit of a local fair. It is, what year is it?
1993.
1993.
He'd already become a success by this point, but a lot of people didn't know this about this individual. We'll talk about it later.
Details next.
Litter Quality Propane, online propane monitoring and reporting. Know your home's consumption and gas remaining in the tank. Find out more at litterpropane.com.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance, on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Time for our educational moment, this date in history.
Most all of us have heard of Dave Thomas from the Wendy's fame. You know, he started that franchise. What maybe a lot of people didn't know about Dave until 1993 is two things. One, he was adopted, and secondly, he had dropped out of high school. So in 1993, Dave Thomas, worried that his status as a high school dropout turned burger mogul sends the wrong message to kids, earns his GED diploma at age 60. Local high school seniors vote him most likely to succeed. Of course, you're looking back and seeing that that's already happened. So
there's a hamburger named after him now.
Yeah.
When you see their menu, of course, the restaurant chain is named after his daughter. And when I was working at Sunny 95 in Columbus, Jim Ramsey, who was our music director, he graduated with Wendy at Upper Arlington High School. So, and I know when Chillicothe was playing Upper Arlington on a regular basis, every time we would go there, there was something Wendy's up on their scoreboards and that sort of thing. And I thought, how did they manage that? Well, Wendy was a graduate.
Yeah.
An alumnus of Upper Arlington.
But do you know where Dave Thomas actually got his business success start?
Was it McDonald's? No?
Another chain.
Yeah?
Someplace called Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Thought you were going to say like BBF or something like that.
Oh, completely different meat. Chicken. Yeah.
Well, they have chicken sandwiches. So.
Dave showed that he had a knack for the business world. Yeah. But he got his GED on this date in 1993. Kids, it's never too late to get an education.
It's never too late. Now, if you're thinking to yourselves, well, what about the McDonald's story? The local McDonald's story is, if you go to our YouTube channel, they celebrated an anniversary here, it was 2 years ago, and it was a 50th anniversary. And I had the opportunity to sit down with Ron Fuster, who started the local McDonald's chains. And there's a playlist of interviews with he and several of their long-term employees. One of them was on the original 4 people that were a part of the serving crew.
Wow.
And he has been with them ever since. Wow. You can find all those interviews on our YouTube channel at Litter Media. Just search Litter Media on YouTube, and then you'll find the McDonald's playlist. But I think the shortest term that someone I talked to might have been 22 years, something like that.
That's impressive.
So, but it was 22, it was 32, it was 29. Our friend Janadetti, she's been with them since 1978.
Yeah.
So now, granted, there's been a lot of people that made it a short-term employment, but what a great asset here in our community. McDonald's here in Chillicothe on East Main Street, over in Western Avenue, North Bridge Street, in the Chillicothe Mall, right there at 2nd and North Bridge, and down in Waverly and over in Greenfield. So.
And you mentioned Circleville?
I did not mention Circleville. I was thinking I was going to leave somebody out, and but if you missed it last week, they had some of their managers recognized as well as their stores recognized for their contributions to the Ronald McDonald House in Columbus. So it's the largest Ronald McDonald House in the world, and it's used greatly by families in Pike, Ross, and Pickaway counties. So I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a number of how many dollars have been raised overall and sent to the Ronald McDonald House. And the reason they send that up there is so that you can stay there. And there are some families that have extended stays of 2 to 3 years because of the condition that their child is in. So they're doing a great job. So just while we talked about Wendy's, I wanted to give a little extra salute to people who help us do this program.
Absolutely.
Our friends at McDonald's. That's your cue.
I love it. Might even have lunch there today.
I think the actual phrase is "I'm loving it."
Well, we're talking about my testimony here, not
That's
yours.
true.
That's right.
That's true. All right, coming up tomorrow, we have another special edition. That will be at 10 o'clock. That will be with?
Susan Metzger and Amy Reimer from the Pickaway Addiction Coalition. They're going to be talking about some new programs that they've implemented over the last year or two and trying to get people back on track after a life of addiction.
Very good. And then we'll have another repeat of this daily program. It's not old news, it's new news. And we'll share that with you again tomorrow. So join us at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, providing that no one oversleeps.
It'll be one of us. It'll be one of us tomorrow, yeah. Just that karma thing, yeah.
For Mr. Hand 2, Aaron Glandon, and Mike Smith, I'm Dan.